On this episode of Rand's Indie Spotlight, we're going to be taking a look at the cyberpunk action shooter RUINER, developed by Rengkok Games and published by Devolver Digital. It is available right now for $20 on the Xbox One, PS4, and PC. I'm playing the Xbox One version, and it is an Xbox Play Anywhere title, which means if you buy it on Xbox, you get the Windows 10 version for free, or vice versa. A copy of this game was provided by the publisher for the purpose of this video. So right off the bat, guys, I'm really impressed with this game, the aesthetics and the gameplay. But before we delve into all the things I enjoyed about RUINER, let's kind of just run down the story here, because it's also very interesting. The world, the cyberpunk world that Rengkok Games built. So RUINER takes place in the year 2091 in a cyberpunk metropolis called Rengkok. The future has embraced Oculus Rift-like virtual reality, but it is so advanced now that wearing the full helmet rig doesn't just deliver sights and sound to the user, it can also deliver emotions. Heaven, which is the monolithic corporation that owns and creates the future VR, creates an underground black market for the rigs. The market delivers up the emotions of unspeakable horrors to the rich by kidnapping people and subjecting them to all sorts of things. And this is where you come into the story. You are chasing after the leaders of heaven because your brother has been kidnapped by them. For me, there was a lot of things that I really enjoyed about RUINER. The fast and brutal gameplay, the amazing soundtrack, the cyberpunk atmosphere that the game gives off with those incredible visuals. This is a small indie title for $20, but it looks really good, and the use of colors really highlights the game and gives it that atmosphere. Man, I love those reds and those kind of stark blacks it uses to get across the aesthetics of the game. I love that cyberpunk setting, and it works wonders. But the gameplay is what you're going to be doing most of the time, so we're going to have to talk about that, and it is rock solid. It is a twin-stick shooter, and it is a brutal twin-stick shooter. It is a fast twin-stick shooter. You're going to have to be on your toes. You control the character with the left stick, you aim with the right stick, you shoot with the right trigger, and there's a whole bunch of other abilities tied to the other buttons. But the most important one you're going to have to master is the dash. Because this game is so fast, and because it will throw a lot of enemies at you and you die really quickly, because this game can get hard, you're going to have to master the dash. Quick press of the left bumper and you are dashing all around. You can dash up to 4 times. You can upgrade that skill to dash up to 5 times. And you're going to have to get good at it. And it feels good when you kind of master that ability, when you are one with the gameplay, because the game will drop in a bunch of enemies, and it feels really good to just grab a shotgun, kill one guy, dash around to another one, smack him in the face with the crowbar, double dash back around, drop a grenade, pick up a new weapon, and just go to town on these enemies one after the other. Now, the guns have limited ammo, so you're constantly going to be on the search for new weapons to pick up, because, you know, if you stand still, you are going to die. And this game is hard. I'm sure you guys have heard other reviewers say the same. I played it on normal. I beat it, and I died 60 times, although 15 of those deaths was to one boss figuring out what to do. There is 3 difficulties, though. If you're a little intimidated, you can put it down to easy, or you can go up to hard, which is what the developers actually recommend. But I thought normal was a pretty good challenge. Most of the levels start off pretty simply. You usually walk from point A to point B, admiring the scenery, the lighting, and all the different things that the cyberpunk world has to offer, and then you'll get locked into arena, and the only way to progress, to keep on going, is to kill the enemies. And like I said, it's hard, you will die, so you have to manage not only your health, but also your energy. Now, your energy lets you use your abilities in the game, whether it's to, you know, call a shield, which protects you and reflects bullets, drop a EMP grenade, restore your health. It basically charges all your abilities. And the way you upgrade your abilities through the course of gameplay is when you kill enemies, you get karma. When you finish an arena section, this machine will come by, destroy all the weapons, and give you karma. You can complete side missions that people will give you in the overworld. Yes, this game does have an overworld where you can walk around. You'll get karma, and with that karma, you can use it to upgrade all the different abilities. And what's really cool about it is you're never stuck in one tree. If you want to test out some different variations, you can just remove the points from one skill tree and use them on the other. There was really no one build that I felt was best, although dash is the most important ability, and I would recommend upgrading that first and foremost because you want to be able to dash and get good at it. But kind of mix and match, find your play style and what fits you the best. I like the shield along with the healing and the dash, and that's kind of how I got through most of the game. Now the soundtrack also really makes this game, it elevates a little bit because this audio-visual attack really kind of put me in a mood, and the electronic tunes definitely added something to the overall experience that most other games don't. So when the soundtrack was blaring and I was getting in the zone, just killing people left and right, dodging everything, I had a great time with this game. Even though I died in certain sections over and over, I never felt like the game was unfair. Like, most of the stuff was my fault. Like, I wasn't paying close attention, and that, you know, that's good because you don't want a game to kill you. You know, you want to die because it's your fault, not because of the game's fault. There is an overworld part of the game where you revisit in some sections, but I kind of, even though it's cool in the first time you visit it, not much is really done there. You can kind of talk to some of the other Desians or citizens of the city, but it kind of felt tacked on. I think they wanted to do more with it. I mean, there are things you kind of can do. You can pick up subquests, but they're not really that important. There are like 16 levels in the game, and I did beat the game in 5 to 6 hours on the normal difficulty. But man, it was quite the experience. I really enjoyed my time with the game. You know, I love the cyberpunk setting. I love the atmosphere and the aesthetics that all that stuff gives off. And of course, the gameplay was just great to match. The game didn't overstay its welcome. There's not much of a story besides the backstory I kind of give. You are chasing after your brother who's kidnapped by heaven, and things don't seem, you know, something's not right, and you'll kind of figure that out right away. Like, something's not going right. Now, a lot of the dialogue is given through text. There's no voice, so that's kind of also, I didn't really care for that because there's kind of some cutscenes that it's just given with text over, and I kind of felt that dragged it down a little bit. I was kind of expecting some sort of voiceover, but the rest of the game, you know, what I mentioned before, the gameplay, the brutal action combined with the soundtrack and the visuals of RUINER really elevated this game to me. So much so that out of a 10, I'm going to give this game a 8.5. I had a great time with it on the normal difficulty, played it for 6 hours, started it up again on hard to see how difficult it is, and it is pretty difficult. Achievements and trophies for you hunters out there, this is going to be a really tough completion because there is really one hard achievement out there that might get you, and that is you have to beat the game without dying. And I died 60 times on normal. Maybe you could do it on easy, you die less. And there is kind of a pseudo New Game Plus mode. There's no option to choose a New Game Plus mode, but after you beat the game, you can level select, so you can revisit early areas in the game with your, you know, upgraded character. I think I was Karma level 25, which I think is the max when I beat it. So you can go back and go through the creeps again, or go back through heaven, and maybe do some of the bounties if you didn't talk to the right person in your overworld, or find the cats that you didn't hack. Yeah, you heard me right, the cats. Because cats are apparently eavesdropping on us all. So, would I recommend this game to you guys? Actually, yes. I think this game is totally worth the money, especially if you're into the cyberpunk twin stick shooters. If you're a twin stick shooter fan, pick this game up. It is well worth the $20. I think this game is really incredible. I really enjoyed my time with it. And like I said, it's available right now on Xbox One, PS4, and PC. Xbox Play Anywhere, where you can get a free copy of the game on Xbox or Windows 10, depending on which one you buy. I hope you guys enjoyed this review for RUINER. I had a great time playing it. If you did enjoy the video, please hit that like button. Consider subscribing to the channel for more content. Hit the notification bell so you're always notified when I do drop new videos. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope everybody has a good rest of the day, and I'll see everybody in the next video. Later, guys.